Hey YouTube. So I decided that I wanted to grow my egg laying flock, and I'm setting eggs, and I like to set eggs later in the summer for a couple different reasons. The first one is that when they hatch, it's warm. It's easier to keep the chicks warm than if you're doing it in the spring where the temperature fluctuates more. The second reason is these eggs, if they hatch, never count your chickens before they hatch, will become egg laying age in January, February time frame. And typically chickens aren't really laying much eggs then, but new baby young hens are more likely to lay in the cold months. So I might have fresh eggs throughout the winter. And that's pretty exciting. So in order to set the eggs, I've got the incubator, and I will show you how we go through the process. There's a couple of major milestones throughout, and I'll share videos of each of the major milestones. So stick around as we candle and see how many of these 18 eggs are going to grow into baby chicks over the next 21 days. Okay, so this is our setup. This is what we've used to hatch lots of chickens through the years. But this incubator is going to be set to 99.5. I've got my thing to count down. It's on day 21, because in 21 days they will hatch. This is our humidity level. Humidity should be between 45 to 55 the first 18 days, and then you need to bump it up when they go into lockdown on day 18. Our humidity is controlled by this humidifier right here. It's pumping air in through this hole, and we have a sensor to tell. Whenever we've used just putting water in the bottom of it, I've always struggled to keep the humidity correct, but having an actual humidifier with a sensor that is programmed to stay between 45 and 55 has been very helpful. So that's how we've always kept the humidity level more attainable. So chicken eggs, when they're fertilized, do not grow or develop until they are sat on for and kept around 99.5 degrees. So these eggs that have been just chilling out on my counter have not developed at all. They're all going to start today when I put them in the incubator. They're all sitting pointy side down so that the air sac is on the top. I'm going to put them into the egg turner with the pointy side down as well, because that will help as the chick develops to have the best chance of hatching. So let's put them in here. All right, they are all in there. It'll take them a minute to get back up to temperature because I opened it. And so we will open this up on day 3 and candle and see how it's coming along. These are very young chicks. They just started laying eggs about a month ago. And so I'm anxious to see how well our rooster is servicing all 9 of his hens. All right, it's day 3, we're candling. And it's hard to see, but if you look in the top right here, that's a blood vessel. That means this is a fertilized egg, and it is a chicken growing. Okay, which cat had to use the litter box? All right, we're looking through our eggs here to see see how many are fertile. If you see on the top of this egg, that is blood vessels. That is good. This one is fertilized, and it is developing very, very, very well. It's not looking too good for most of the others so far. These are very, very young chicks, and they might not be laying well enough, and the rooster might not be very successful in getting them in the proper position yet. So hopefully we get a few more that look like this. This is looking really good. This is another good one. That lump right there. In 18 days, it's gonna pop out of this egg as a chicken. That's crazy. All right, this is day 18 of incubation. It's time for lockdown. So we're gonna unplug our egg turner. If I can get it out. There it goes. And we're going to remove all of the eggs and place them on the bottom so they're ready for hatching in the next 3 days. You want to give them time to settle, because at this point the chicken inside should be taking its beak and breaking the inside membrane, and then it's going to get ready and start pipping soon, where it breaks a hole in the eggshell so that it can get more oxygen. Eggshells are permeable and they're able to get oxygen very well up until about this stage. At this stage, they are no longer able to get enough oxygen to support themselves, so they have to start breaking the egg. And that starts the hatch process, which can take a little bit of time. The other thing we're going to do after we move all of them off of the egg turner is we're going to turn the humidity up from 60 to 65 degrees. This is important because once they pip through, that membrane is very sensitive to lack of moisture, and it can shrink wrap around the baby chick, and then the chick will not be able to hatch. So it's important that you turn your humidity up once you get to this stage. So let's get these babies laying down. My kitty cats that are helping me. Do not get in there, Cosmos. Lay them down on their side and watch the magic happen. I'm kind of looking at each of them as I grab them to see if anybody's pipped yet. It's a little early, unless you were to have something like a silky. A silky can hatch as early as 18 days, I've seen, but none of these are silkies. We're getting to the point soon where we'll be able to start hearing some peeping. Little baby cheeps from the chicks as they are developing. All right, let me adjust my humidity. It's hatch day. I just got home and discovered this little guy's come out. We've got some pips going on too. So I have a feeling in the morning we're gonna have a bunch of chickens. 12 hours into hatch day, and we've got 6 hatched and 2 that have pipped, as you see right here in this egg, the big hole. So hopefully it'll start unzipping soon, and then we'll have another one here a little bit. The ones that have hatched are just stomping around, wreaking havoc on all the eggs that haven't hatched yet. I always feel sorry for the later hatchers, but it looks like we got 1 lavender Orpington out of the eggs, so those are really pretty. I'm excited about that. At the end of our first 18 eggs we put in the incubator, we have 13 that hatched, and they're looking good. They're this is already day 2, and they're happy, healthy little monsters walking around, scratching, and so we'll see what comes about. We'll see if I can sell them, or I think I'm going to keep the lavender ones because they're very pretty. But that's a 72% hatch rate. Very happy with that. This is coming from hens that are about 6 months old, these eggs were. So they are doing very well with this rooster, and he's doing his job effectively because he just gave us a bunch of babies. So up next, I've got 42 eggs I'm going to put in there, and we'll do an even bigger clutch of eggs and see what happens. So, but for now, we get to have chickpea, which is our favorite thing to do, is watch the little babies play because they are so cute. Especially since we're dealing with our Cornish crosses right now. Those things are ugly, the Franken chickens.